fight can be defined as taking part in a violent struggle involving the exchange of physical brawl or the use of weapons. Do I like fighting? No. Do I enjoy seeing people fight? Yes. So that is why today I will be talking about my favorite fictional fights.
Let's get started.
So at 10th place, I have Puss versus Death. I really enjoyed this battle because Puss loses this battle, and for the first time he feels fear and gets touched by a blade, and this builds his character, and that's why I have this as my top 10. At 9th place, I have Whitebeard versus all the Marines. Whitebeard is known as the world's strongest man, despite him being old, and in this fight he proves to us why he is worthy of that title. How? By flipping tectonic plates and making earthquakes that was shaking the entire world. Keep in mind that he's an old man in stage 100 cancer, and before this battle he got stabbed by his own son, but he loved him so much he embraces his son and tells him not to worry. And I really love how we got to see the fatherly side of old man Whitebeard, and I really love the fact that he was willing to risk his life to save his son Ace from the Marines despite him being old. And I loved the way the battle ended with him giving one of my At 8th place, I have old Batman versus Rock Nipples because this man has freaking rock in his nipples. Well, I just really love this fight because of the combat and how interesting it was to watch, and just seeing old Batman trying to fight someone stronger than him but still overcoming the strength. And that's really all. At 7th place, I have Tengen versus a demon because I cannot say his name. Well, this is my 7th place because of the intensity of the battle. The choreography was okay and the beautiful animation was just really good. I just really enjoyed the fight overall and how cool Tengen looked, and just that's it. Love how they fight, the speed. And at 6th place, I have Ben versus Agogor. Specifically, Humongousaur versus Agogor. This is my 6th place because the battle was short and I really loved that, and how Ben 10 was beating this man's booty. Like, he never let him breathe, throwing a whole freaking house at him. And I just really loved how when the man actually tried breathing, Ben was like, "You want some more?" No, Ben being. Now it's time for my top 5. At 5th place, I have Anti-Spiral versus Gurren Lagann. This is my best mega fight because the guys were super big, and I just really loved how the main character gave his speech and how inspiring it was, and just how beautiful the fight was overall, because normally mech fights are not that good, but this was beautiful and I loved it. That is why it's in my top 5. 4th place, I have Goku versus Jiren, specifically MUI Goku, the Riz God himself, versus Jiren. Well, why do I love this fight? Because Goku had Riz. This man was weaving every single one of Jiren's attack like they were nothing. Like, the fight was just so intense. They were destroying places, the surroundings. They were moving super fast, and I just loved how the people watching them were just so surprised, and how cool Goku looked. Was not talking in the whole of the battle, except that one time he screamed, but that wasn't what I'm talking about. I just really love the battle overall. Not that much I can say, and that's why it's in my 4th place. 3rd place, I have the Ninja Turtles versus Shredder. This fight was super crazy. I loved the animation and the combos. The techniques were crazy. We had freaking Raph using Susano. We have Leo teleporting. We have Donnie using tech. We have that girl using the baseball bat. We have Mikey using the chains. We have the old man and the spear, and later on the super big spree mech that they used to finally defeat Shredder. I just really loved the battle, how it went and how cool it was, because Ninja Turtles like my second best cartoon, second to Ben 10. Like, I just really loved it. And yeah, I love Ninja Turtles so much. Oh my god. At second place, we have my second favorite Straw Hat. Or third, Sanji versus Queen. Now, when I saw this fight, this fight was so beautiful. I love the animation and the combos. So for that, I have to narrate this. The fight starts with Sanji hitting up his flames so hot that he became blue. And then this man rolls up in the air and comes down, kicking Queen. Then Queen tries to punch him. And after that, Sanji runs on Queen's tail up and kicks him. And then this man kicks him 1, 2, 3, 4. He kicks the air so hard that punches him. And then he kicks Queen again. And then later on he does that super cool combo, kicking Queen off the rooftop. And that fight was so... Ladies and gentlemen, at first place, I have Noah Zoro versus King. Well, this fight has to be the most beautiful fight I have ever seen in my life. It is the most beautiful animation and everything. This fight was on a whole different tier. It surpassed everything I've ever seen. And I have to narrate this fight, So it starts with King flying up to the air and creates 2 beautiful flame rings around him. Then he shoots dragons and they melt through the rocks. And this man Zoro was cutting those dragons up like cutting fire. That don't make no sense. And Zoro was running on rocks and then charges up his final attack. And King does the same thing. And they had the most beautiful clash ever. And like fireworks. But that isn't all. Zoro says the N-word after defeating him. The man known as KKK Zoro said, the most beautiful end ever. I want you to see this.
Shosha Zoro